I am so addicted to this game. So I've been windrowing, and I did mow. I planted, all the fields have been planted with grass, all the fields that I own. And then I did do some mowing and windrowing with the smaller tractor. I can run either the double mower or the single mower on this one, but I can't do both at the same time. The big tractor will allow me to do that, but I don't need to do it yet. I got to let the grass grow first. So, but I'm getting ready to suck up all of those trails with this the suck up trailer. I did buy a power washer for my giant what do you call this thing? The front end loader, and let's go ahead and start cleaning that. And then I also cleaned up the new tractor. It got real dirty when I sowed all the seeds. So but once again, all my fields are now converted to grass. So it'll be interesting to see how this game progresses now. Obviously, it's going to be a while before I get more money. So it's going to be kind of tight probably. I'm not going to spend my money on anything more because aside from a couple of bales of sheep, I don't really have anything to make money until I get more silage made. So I'm going to have to really hustle here and get my silage act together, I guess, if you will. There you go, nice and clean. So I figured I had to park one here because this tractor is mostly going to be parked down here doing work at the silage pens. So he's just going to stay. He's just going to live here for a while. So, oops. So anyway, there's the new big tractor. Oh yeah. And I'm going to just get the next step's going to be mowing. So I'm just going to get them all prepped up for mowing here because look at that, sweet. So you'll be able to cover a huge swath of land with this thing. Whoops. If you could drive it straight. This thing is awesome. What a monster truck. It's literally like triple the size of my other tractors. Alright, so we'll pick up in a little bit and see what's going on. We're still on day 9, getting Clive, so it's about 5 minutes after 4, and we are, after I collect this grass, I'm pretty much done for the day, so I'm going to go collect that, and then I think that'll be it for the afternoon. And we will go ahead and let night progress, and in the morning we'll start more mowing and more silage, and I'm going to feed the sheep with this, though. All right, Ketcha. I'll let you know. I'll say goodnight before I go. Working like a charm. So this works just like the little one. It's just freaking huge. As you can see here, it's sucking everything up. So it has about the same swath as the other one. So in some ways, I mean, it doesn't get you much more. It definitely runs slower too with this tractor. I don't know if the bigger tractor will be able to pull it faster, but I don't really care, honestly. There we go. Now we're picking up speed. But it takes a little while longer to turn, so anyway. So here's the big one. That's what it does. Basically sucks up the grass you've cut. Alright, back to work. Just the way this thing handles, I'm wondering if this tractor is just a hair too small for this trailer. This trailer might be... It's really hard. Sometimes when you turn, it just kind of flips the tractor around because it's so big. Like I said, once again, the biggest issue is going to be that everything is manual now. I can't just hire a worker to go collect this stuff for me. So, this might be it. I might have to use the bigger tractor for this. Look at this. Oh man, is that slow. Let's see what the big tractor does. We'll go put this guy away and trade it out. And yes, that includes cleaning the tractor. I know. Cost a fortune, cost a lot of time. But I can't put my tractors away dirty. They get cleaned every night before I go to bed. Or before they go to bed. Really, with this one's easy. Look at this. This is so funny. So we're going to see a lot of blue, guys. Sorry. I know it's fun to diversify. Everybody's got their favorite brands, but these are just kind of like... These New Holland tractors seem to be the right price point for what you get. So, I mean, really, if you don't want to spend too much money, but you need a certain amount of horsepower and features, these just have it. And they're at they're at the right price points for what they give you. So... It's like they're usually the lowest price for per power in the class. So, or maybe same price but offers an additional feature like the blue one, like that one over there with the front end loader, or the little one that I bought also with the ability to do the front end loader. So let's see how this guy does with this baler or this collector. Whee. Okay. The moment of truth. The other tractor was going 3 miles an hour and losing speed. So yeah, definitely. This tractor, the horsepower will get us up the hill. So I guess we're just going to have to use this one as our general collecting tractor. I may even use it as a windrower too, because you can only do one at a time once again, since there's no automated abilities. So there we go. All right, see you in a minute. I might even take the windrower back and get the bigger one. I think I'm kind of regretting that small windrower because I can. After the next harvest, we'll get a bigger windrower. Quote unquote grass fest harvest. It's kind of fun. Picking up the grass. Oh yeah. So exciting. So just from that working around the field there, I've filled this up 60%. And look how much I got. I got tons. So this should be, once I start doing the whole fields, this should be easy peasy. All right, so here we are on the inaugural run of the mowing implements. Obviously, I'm still going to have to run another pass, but yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Major mowing action. So this tractor is capable, of course, of doing all the mowing by itself. And then running it back and doing it all over again. I should probably lift the mower, because what's going to happen is, yeah, I'm going to turf everybody else's lawns, but I don't care. Oh well, it'll grow back. I wish you could turn like left and right mowers on and off and lift like the left mower or lift like the right mower, like you see them do on real tractors, but yeah, it's still cool enough. It's okay. I'll get over it. I suppose I could always take out a loan to get the bigger windrower and then pay it back the next day or two. I hate to do that, but I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, because I think, honestly, it's going to go a lot faster if I can just do one strip of windrow down this strip or any strip that I run across. So that's what we're going to do. That's the next step. I am just a loan taking out fiend. I've got an idea. I'm going to get the little windrower and the big windrower and sell the middle one. I can use the little one in tight spaces and the big one in regular spaces. That's using your brain, Arthur. All right, so I'm going to ferry these windrowers back and forth. I got a bunch of stuff to windrow. I wonder if should I just keep this? I think I want to get the small and the big, because this one's kind of hard to operate in tight spaces, and it's a little too big for this tractor. The tractor can do it, but it feels awkward because it's just like it's a little too weighty for this tractor. So I think getting the smaller windrower for this guy and then the giant windrower for the big, like that. Not that this doesn't happen all the time anyway, but. And I've got lots of stuff to windrow, waiting to get picked up. But see, even here's telling I got a 160 horsepower tractor. I can barely pull that windrower up the hill. So it's too heavy for this tractor. Ta-da! That's a little windrower. And then the big tractor can do, though this tractor should be able to pull the big windrower, but it even meets the horsepower requirements. I just feel like it's going to be really slow. So, crashed it. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Is to use it like in situations like this when you're really close to a building. You know what I'm saying? And then you can like bring it out to where the big windrower will be able to grab it. So then I go back and do one more pass. Just sucking that thing out away from that building, because that's going to be a hard place to grab it. So let me just do this. Now the bigger windrower should be able to get it fairly easily, you know. I did miss a piece of it. I keep hitting the C key instead of the V key, so I'm gonna go back and do a little bit more because I want to get the whole shebang. But that makes it easier. Even if I just want to get it with the gatherer, that's going to be easier to get than, you know, than when right next to the building, because so that's really all this little windrower is for. It's just to grab these little areas where it's hard to get the big windrower fit in. So let's go ahead and grab the big windrower. I'm going to purchase it. I'm going to park this guy. Yeah. I'll park him with this trailer right here. Whoops, I didn't mean to. Dang it! Keep pressing the wrong key. Good enough. So we're going to run up to the store and grab the new one. Or not the new one, but the big one. So I want to keep about $70,000 or $80,000 of operating cash. So I'm going to take out $80,000 because I think it's 75. I'll just take out 75, and we'll keep. Oh, I hit the wrong button. This is called I've been playing this game and staying up too late, and now I'm exactly tired, and so tired that I'm not pressing the right buttons anymore. So I cut myself off. What I was saying was I'm going to keep the I'm going to take a loan out for. Forget it. So I am going to take a loan out for $75,000 to buy the windrower, and then I'm going to, you know, obviously pay it back as quickly as possible. But I want to keep about $80,000 of operating because I don't know how long it'll be before I fill that silage bin up. But I need to get that. I want to get that larger windrower. So the little one's working good. This one should be fine. Let's go back and see if the little New Holland or the medium New Holland is going to be big enough to operate this big honking windrower. We'll see. This thing's a monster. I don't know. It might behoove me eventually to get all three of them for different size fields. I don't know. I figure if that middle size one was difficult for this one's going to be even harder. But it says 130 horsepower, and this has 160, so it's just hard to steer. It gets real squirrely. Those big wheels. All right, so let's back out the view. Man, this thing is huge. Holy crap. So we're going to unfold this. And then, wow, look at that thing. It's huge. Wow, that's going to be great for the field, but that might be a little bit overkill for this. I don't know. So we're going to lower this, and we're going to start it up. Yeah, so it's, well, it's working at least. All right, here we go. Windrower away. Yeah, I honestly think I should have kept that medium-sized one. I think I'm going to need both, because this thing's freaking huge. It's overkill for these kind of pathways. I mean, that's just... I did knock the street sign down. Hopefully somebody will replant it. Though it's nice to have it just one row. Look at that. One pass. I don't know if the other one would do that. That's... Yeah, it might just. But if I screw up, I don't have to go back. That's kind of nice. I'll just keep this one. We'll use this one for a while and see how it works. If I find myself wishing I had the other one, then I'll get that one too. But this is nice and big. And it's pulling pretty well. I'm not really having any issues, so we'll just use this tractor to pull it because, like I said, the fuel economy is somewhat important here. This is going to be a little bit better on fuel. So, wow, spots like this where it gets real wide, look at that. That's nice. No issues whatsoever, just grabbing everything. I'm glad I got this. This was the right choice. You know, it's looking more and more like I did the right thing with this, so that's great. Cool beans. All right. You know, another thing I like about all of these windrowers is that since they're stem neck trailers, they're fairly easy to back up. You know, whereas these trailers that have the multiple wheels, like the grain trailer that I was using, is a pain in the butt. This guy's actually pretty easy to fold or to back up because it's It just requires, yeah, it steers with you too, but it just, you can just back like you normally, like a normal trailer, and that's nice. Look at the reach on this thing. I shouldn't have put it down yet. Oops. I want to see if I can get it. Nah, I never will. I'll never get. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh well, back to work. I really screwed that row up, so I'm going to go back and. Whoops. Now that's what I'm talking about. This tractor, if you get speed going, it's really hard to slow it down. So I'm going to just, as you can see here, I'm just going to do a real quick sweep here and make this one nice straight line. But with this huge thing, boy, it's not that hard. You just go straight, and it'll suck all your messes up. And look at that. Whoop. And that's going to be a lot of grass to pick up. That's great. Look at that. Awesome. You know, I'm realizing that I don't have to fill these bays up 100%. I could do... They have 4 bays that you can use. So I could do like 25% in each bay and then start them fermenting so that they're ready at different times. I might just do that because right now it's at 4%, and that was a lot of grass. So... you know, maybe I'll do more. We'll see. We'll see how much the fields yield, but maybe each time I do a field, I'll put it in a different pen, and then that way we have a bunch of different pens to work with. I think that would be a good idea. So that way you can start the fermentation process right away. I really think the bigger tractor needs to be done. This tractor just is struggling so hard to pull this thing uphill, and if it's working while going uphill, it's going to get down to like 1 mile an hour. So I'm going to switch tractors out here. Yeah, this is the tractor you need to do this. It really makes a big difference. Because this thing is freaking huge. Freaking huge. And it just doesn't struggle at all speed-wise. You hold a constant 13 miles an hour regardless of hill size. So, and it doesn't like freak out when you try to brake. Because the other tractor starts like spinning out and stuff. This one doesn't do that. It just presses on. Do that again. That was a mess. The only thing that's hard about these trailers, I wish they had a little wider pickup. Seems like the pickup's kind of narrow on them. But anyway, yeah, it's a pretty cool looking tractor. This thing's a monster, but it needs to be because it's pulling some monster equipment. Yeah, I mean, I just mowed these fields and they grew up again. I don't think we're going to have any problem getting grass for either our sheep or for that major silage bin. It just takes time, but you make a lot of money. Yeah, so I just compacted that other. It's only at 25%, but it's 94,000. So that's like, well, that's going to translate into about $350,000 right there. So we're going to just let that ferment overnight, and we'll pick up grass tomorrow from other places. Our field should be done sometime in the afternoon, so we shall see. But so far so good. So yeah, I mean, really just one mowing session around my field was enough to get, I mean, it's going to be like $200,000 or something like that when we're all said and done. So I think that's actually, I don't want to say it's more, it seems like it's more work than the crops, but it pays better. But because you have to do it manually and you can't just send the guy to do it, that it takes all your time. So eventually I will buy fields again and, get another tractor to do crops. But, we'll save up for that, and then we can really get this farm going, We're getting to the point where things are starting to pop for us. So no longer a struggle and every day almost breaking the budget. We're starting to make some money now, and we've got the equipment we need to make this portion of it work. So I think it's going to be exciting. Oh, so I was going to say, yes, on the medium-sized tractor, the windrower is fine. But this trailer needs a big tractor. So I think eventually, unfortunately, I'm probably still going to have to buy another tractor. Another big one that has more girth than the medium-sized New Holland. Would probably need a big tractor. So anyway, but that's down the road. That's not something that oh, weird. The wheels were... That's not something that I have to have. It's not a rush. So it's just it'll be a necessity eventually. But this is such a cool tractor. It's hard to back this one up because of the wheels. Once again, those wheels that turn by themselves, or ones with that double wheel, they're a pain. So that one's a little bit tricky to back in. I know I did it before, but we're going to pull this guy out and push him over. He was kind of in the middle of the barn anyway. There we go. All right, so I'll get this all straightened out and put away for bedtime, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night. I did take out another loan, so I got $150,000 out, which was silly, but I bought another one of these little teeny New Holland tractors. So, because I'm realizing around the farm I do need help trailering stuff. When we go to do the fields down by the railroad tracks, it's going to be like a lot of things that need to go down there. And instead of driving back and forth, I'll just take the whole team down there one way and then the whole team back. So the big tractor will pull the mowers. The medium-sized tractor will pull the big, this big silage trailer, or the big, whatever we call this, the collector, the gatherer. And then this little tractor will pull the windrower. Now, I know he can't use the windrower, but he has enough horsepower to at least pull it. He can trailer it, so I think. Let's see. Yeah, he should be fine. Yeah, he's fine. He wouldn't be able to start it, but he can at least move it around the farm, and that's what he's going to be doing, so. All right. Good night, guys. There's the beautiful lineup. Totally not product placement right there. It is strong enough to pull these trailers, though. It has a really hard time with the windrower. It does better with the silage trailer, or this guy. So we'll use him to pull that down to the fields. That's all he's really going to do, is just be kind of a ferry boat. It's cheaper than running the big tractor back and forth, so it takes a lot less fuel. All right, guys, that's it. Seriously, this time. Good night.